Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am at it again with another Halloween nail design. I know I've been literally whipping them out non-stop on my channel, but I've literally been on such a roll, and I hope you guys are enjoying them, because I know last year I didn't really do that much, so this year I'm kind of like trying to catch up. So today's design is a little bit more subtle, it's quite cutesy, it's not so much in your face, so I'm trying to do a bit of a variety where some of them are like hardcore Halloween nails, some of them are a bit more subtle, some of them are cutesy, some of them are like the standard Halloween colours and stuff like that. So today's one is very subtle, cutesy, pinky and purpley. So we've got two nail gel polishes from Madame Glam today. One is this pinky, I don't know, it's like a mix between pinky and purple, like a very pastel-y, bright kind of shade, and the other one is a very, very deep dark purple. And so I'm going to apply the light shade on 4 of those nails, and then the last nail is going to be fully the dark nail, and then I'm going to put them into the lamp. I'll do the other coat off camera, and then I'll come back to you guys the next step. I just quickly want to mention, don't know if you've noticed, but my little stands are different. I got a new set on, I think it was Temu or Shein or AliExpress. I think it was Temu though, and I thought I'd change them up for a little bit because mine are so old, so yucky now, disgusting. So I thought I'd change them up. I did think of washing them or cleaning them somehow, but it's literally got years and years of just gunk, gel polish, build up, glitter, everything on there basically. So I thought I'd change them up, and I also decided to change the way I stick them down. So today was the first time I tried it, and guys, life changing. So rather than using this blue tag or sticky tabs or whatever, those green little things you can get, I used a double-sided nano tape, and that was literally a massive game changer. It's so nice, and it keeps it all nice and clean, and then when you take off the nails, they come off nicely, and they also stay on very, very strongly too. So I highly recommend that. It's something new I'm probably gonna continue doing, and it only takes the smallest amount of nano tape. And if you're wondering where I get mine from Shein, and they're super affordable on there, like crazy affordable, so definitely check them out. I'll have a link in the description for Quidco if you haven't heard of that before. You can get cash back, so stuff like AliExpress and Shein, where I basically get most of my glitters and charms and crystals, you can actually get cash back, so you can get money back for what you spend. So definitely check them out. I have a referral link down in the description for you guys to check it out if you wanted to try it. It has literally saved me about £600 this year, I think, and it literally doesn't just do nail stuff, it does literally anything and everything you can think of, like groceries and yeah, literally appliances, anything you can think of, they probably have it. So do check it out. It will honestly save you so much money, and I'm all about saving my coins, so definitely check it out. So going back to the video, the dark nail is sugared, so I did that and cured that in place, and now I applied a base coat on top of this purple nail, and I'm placing some glitter. I don't know if you saw that, but the base coat was actually kind of gathering up and almost shrinking on the nail. It was very weird. Not had that happen before, so that was strange. I was using a Madame Glam base coat, so I don't know if mine is just old or what's going on, because I have had it for quite some time, but I feel like I've had gel polishes longer than that and nothing's been happening to them, so that was very strange. Maybe I was gonna say maybe because of the base color, but it's also from Madame Glam, so they should work perfectly together. Who knows what was going on? Maybe the temperature in my room, who knows. But the next step in today's design is going to be stamping, of course. So I've got this Moyu Halloween London stamping plate, and it's stunning, and I absolutely love the clouds, and they've got these cute little images on there. So most of the design is going to be clouds. We are going to have one nail that's going to have a little ghost on there, and we're going to also chuck a couple of little stars as well on there. So this first nail is going to only have half of the nail covered in those clouds, and then another nail is going to be fully covered with those clouds, so I had to double stamp that to cover the full nail. And at first when I attempted it, I was a bit worried that I won't be able to stamp it together in a way so that you can't tell that they're double stamped, but actually after doing it, it actually was super easy. You can sometimes get full cover images where it just doesn't work double stamping, you really have to take your time and practice to make it happen, but luckily this one was super easy. So if you do have this plate or want to pick it up, I highly recommend it, just simply because of the ease of using it, basically, in case you are kind of wanting to practice on stiletto nails like I do today, or if you're doing or have a lot of clients that have super long nails, then this plate is very nice to pick up because it's very easy to double stamp. So here's me double stamping again now. So I'm just going to scrape it, pick it up, and I use a lint remover. Is it a lint remover? To get rid of any excess. I usually have this handle, but I've recently moved into my new house and I can't find it, and it's probably somewhere stuck in boxes. So unfortunately, I'm just sticking my fingers in there and helping myself kind of glide it over the jelly stamper to get rid of any excess. But here's the nail fully covered. Look how good that is. You literally cannot tell. You can probably tell if you know where I've stamped it, but without knowing, when you look at it, I don't think it's that noticeable, which is good. So now it's time for our little ghost. So I really like this one. I thought it was super cute. So rather than picking it up with like a black stamping polish, which is what I would usually go for, I kind of wanted to continue the theme of purple, so I picked up that purple one, but I am going to reverse stamp it, so I'm going to colour it in, and I'm going to use some white to do that. So just a bit of white stamping polish onto my plate there, and then using a brush, I'm just going to colour it in. And once it's colour in, I do like to leave it for a couple of, maybe a minute or two, or a couple of seconds. When I start to see that the polish is kind of drying, I really like to wait, because there has been occasions where I went a bit too soon to stamp and the polish was a bit, well, not a bit, it was very wet actually, and it ended up just smudging and just squishing onto the nail when I went to stamp it. So now I've learnt my lesson and I kind of wait a little bit. Since we're using normal gel polishes, it leaves a tacky layer, so you don't have to worry about having to apply anything tacky to then transfer it once it dries on your stamper. If you are using just normal regular polish, you will have to apply I believe it's like a sticky base or something to help you transfer it over if you wait too long and it dries on your stamper. So do bear that in mind. When I stamped that ghost, I actually ended up stamping it a bit too high than I wanted to, but that's okay. In the end, it actually worked out quite nicely, but I personally would have preferred if it was a bit more center, a bit more lower. So now it's time for the little stars. So we're slowly coming to the end of the stamping. So there's these really cute little stars on the top, and I thought it would be really nice to add a couple of those across the design. So I'm adding 3 at the top. I'm going to add 3 at the bottom. I'm going to stamp that now. So the top ones are a bit to the left and the bottom one's a bit more to the right, but because the nail kind of becomes a bit more narrow at the bottom, doesn't look very, you know, right-handed. Looks quite a center, to be honest. And then lastly, for this glitter nail, I thought I'll scatter a couple of stars as well. So I've got 1 at the top, 1 a bit more in the middle, and then 1 at the bottom. Today's set for once is actually going to be glossy, believe it or not. That's a bit of a change. So that's something new. Usually you all know I go for matte all day, every day, and I probably would have went for matte today too, but I was very strict with myself and I thought, nope, you're gonna do glossy. You're gonna do glossy. So we're doing glossy, so I hope you guys like it. I still feel like if I did it matte, it probably would have been better. But never mind. I have to do a bit of a variety now, because honestly, every single video of mine is matte, so that has to change. So now that that's done, usually I always like to go with my matte top coat now and then do crystal placement. It's just my personal preference. No one's wearing these, so I don't have to worry about when to place the crystal, you know, placement whenever I kind of want. But if you're doing it on a client, always do the crystal placement before doing your top coat. The top coat will help secure the crystals in place and will help them stay on longer on your client's nails. So for this nail here, because there was this sharp line where, you know, we've stamped it, what you could do is probably maybe apply some crystals along the line to kind of separate the harsh line, or I'm doing here a bit of a line of different crystals and charms and everything. So I've got this little kite, I think it is, AB crystal, and then I've got these little whitey, I don't know what you want to call them, like rhinestone charmy things, and they're really, really cool. I like incorporating them with crystal placements. I have a white version, I've got, I think, a black version, and I've got a silver one, and I've literally loved incorporating them, although I haven't used them so much recently, but there are plenty of different designs on my channel where I've incorporated them into crystal placements, and I've been literally loving mixing up my crystal placement recently. You all know that I also like to include crystal placement with basically every single design of mine. But since I do so many designs, I'm starting to get a bit bored with just the standard ABs. So I have been kind of mixing colors and different shapes and sizes and different, you know, types of crystals and charms together just to spice it up a little bit, because I'm just getting a bit bored of AB. I'm also slowly running out of my ABs, which also says something with how much I use them. So now on to the next nail, which is going to be our second nail of crystals, and that's the last one. I'm just going to do simple crystal placement on this one, just a couple on the top, couple at the bottom. I did also include that whitey charm, or rhinestone, I guess. I don't know what you could call them, but let's call them rhinestones for now. That white rhinestone, one at the top, one at the bottom. You could probably skip it if you didn't want to include it. But I especially wanted to include it just to make sure I kind of bring it in with the other nail that I've placed it on. And I actually feel like it creates a really nice little sparkle as well to the nail. That gives a bit of a cute little sparkle. So also off camera, I do go ahead and apply caviar beads in between the crystals on this nail and the other nail that we did as well. So I did that off camera. It's quite time consuming because we do have quite a lot of crystals. But here it is with the caviar beads, and I love it. I literally love the caviar beads. I feel like it really added some extra little detail, and it literally looks like jewelry on your nails. I love it so much. Love, love, love. So this is the other nail that we did. We applied a bunch of caviar beads. Literally any little corner I had in between crystals, I placed one in there. So there's a lot in that one. So now I'm applying some top coat, of course glossy this time, glossy. So I'm being very careful with the first two nails because they have the crystals. So I'm trying to avoid placing any sort of top coat on top of the crystals. And now we can just really attack the other two with top coat. So we don't have to be too precise or careful with those. Once you're happy, pop them into the lamp. The top coat that I'm using today is from Nails, and the biscuit coat I think I mentioned, but it's from Madam Glam. I do have a discount code for Madam Glam. It will be in the description for you guys to save 35%, so do check that out. I am going to pop them into the lamp, and here are the final results. So I hope you guys liked it. It's very cute, it's subtle, it's nothing too crazy. It's only really the ghost that's giving Halloween. But I hope you guys liked it anyways. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!